Hi to all you pet parents out there, all you pet lovers out there, particularly the dog lovers. Hi, I'm June. I'm Miss June, my customers call me, and I'm a groomer. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and I have been in the dog grooming business for 16 years as of 2021. So, one of the things that us groomers deal with quite a bit, or very common, has to do with matting. I'll get to that in a second. Is your dog having a bad hair day? Because if it is, it probably has to do with the fact that your dog has not combed, his hair has not been combed. So, now, as a groomer, there's many things that we have to talk about, that I talk about to my customers. Maintenance, training, food, and basically about their grooming needs. Now, I will be giving you, or there will be, several videos coming out that have to do with the dog. And keep in mind, the information that I give you has to do with my 16 years of experience, the schooling that I've had, and the training and the information and research that I've also done. So, with that, I want to tell you that most of the time when my customers come in and I have matted dogs, one of the first things that I ask my customers is, have they brushed their dog? Have they been brushing their dog? Actually, you should brush your dog every day, technically, but I know that that is unrealistic, that people do not brush their dogs every day. So, the reality I suggest to everyone is to brush your dog at least once a week. That would be good, okay? Now, when you're petting your dog, just hanging out, chilling, binging out on your TV programs that you may be binging out on, and the dog's there laying by your side, by your feet, on the couch, or in the bed with you, you know, take your comb and comb the dog. Now, most people don't think about this, and some people do. It depends on how finicky you are about your poochie. Alright? Keep in mind, it is all about the dog, okay? Now, and with that, when I was in my videos, my concern is about the dog. I also have to remind my customers sometimes, because I ask them various questions, and I don't want them to feel I'm being too nosy, so I have to explain to them it is all about the dog. So, is your dog having a bad hair day? Why would that be? Are you brushing your dog? Now, the next question when I ask them that, these are the answers I get. Well, well, the kids were supposed to do it. I haven't had time. I've been busy. I've been working. Yeah, I know. I've been a bad doggy parent. I've been a bad doggy mom and all of that. So when they say that to me, I'm like, okay, you obviously haven't brushed the dog because the dog comes in looking a little fuzzy. Okay, so if they come in here looking like sheep, I know that you really have not brushed your dog. So again, hence the title of the video, Bad Hair Day. So actually, to be honest with you, this video has to do with preventing your dog from having a bad hair day. Okay? Now, once they tell me what the situation is in reference to them brushing their dog, or lack thereof of brushing their dog, I ask them, do you have brush and comb for the dog? They say yes. Sometimes they say no. Sometimes, and then they say, well, the kid is supposed to do that too. Well, you can't brush the dog if you don't have the proper tools. You can brush the dog. I even had people tell me they took their own regular hair comb and brush the dog. Okay, that's better than nothing, but I suggest no, don't do that. They have special tools for you to brush your dog. Okay, doggies have brushes and combs, and they should have their own, a lot of things, their bed and their towels and face towels. We'll get into all that later at some other time. But today, the whole purpose of this video is to brush, basically to maintain your dog's hair in between groomings, because this is one of the #1 things that groomers deal with are mats. Mats are prevented from brushing. Now, we know that the dogs can go out, they roll in the grass, they get wet, and various things happen to them that could cause their hair to tangle. Okay? So, but as the parent, what you should do, okay, if the hair is tangled, of course, wipe it off, dry it if you can, and brush it out. Or comb it out, okay? Because they sometimes go in the yard, and a lot of dogs come here, they got sticky bugs, okay? That's a whole nother video, the sticky bugs, and roll around in the grass and the stains and so forth. But keep in mind, it's all about the dog's hair today. When I asked, do you have the proper tools, or do you have a brush and comb, they tell me yes or no. I ask them, do they have the right one? Now, there are several different types of brushes and combs that you could use, but you do need the proper one. Alright? Brush. This is a professional brush. You may find this in the pet stores now, but when I first started grooming, you couldn't find a brush like this pretty much in the pet stores. Okay, this is my go-to everything. This will brush out pretty much anything until I get to the dematting, which is a whole nother tool that I won't even show you at this point. Okay, then you have a comb. Okay, this is industry standard as far as we're concerned with the groomers. Okay, as you can see, this comb has various teeth. They have the big side here. These teeth are a little bit wider. Okay, than on this side. They're a little bit more narrow. Now, you need a comb like this because if the comb gets to this part, you're doing okay. But if you can get the hair through the finer teeth here, you are doing excellent. Okay, which means the dog probably has no mats. Alright, now, so you have various types. Now, this is something that I would buy or I would get from a supplier. They do have these combs sometimes at the pet store. So you have various variations of them, as you can see. This was a little longer, this was a little wider and a little shorter. But they basically do the same thing, and they're made of this stainless steel. Okay, stainless steel is our friend. Okay, then you have a single brush like this, which has a handle on it. For a small dog, you may want to use this. These can be found, like I said, at your local pet store. I have this one also. You may not be able to see it, but these teeth here are a little bit narrower than these teeth here. These are for the big dogs with the long hair. So you got various breeds like Newfoundlands and things like that. But a lot of the dogs that I deal with mainly are your typical small dogs. Hair maintenance is important because when you have high maintenance dogs such as Poodles, Shih Tzus, Bichons, Maltese, Yorkies, dogs that have a lot of hair, and all the mixture breeds, the Golden Doodles, okay, and dogs that grow hair profusely, you have to keep a watch of this because it is very important because it will cost you more when you bring your dog to me. Provided you don't bring your dog with any issues as far as their hair, then they're going to pay the regular normal price. But if you come and your dog looks like a sheep when it walks in my shop, you're going to pay if it looks like a sheep, you're going to pay $30 extra for various reasons, and that's all has to do with hair care. So, when it comes to the brushes, they're also important. So when you go to brush your hair, like for instance, mostly we brush, then we comb. So we brush, then we comb. So we brush, then we comb. We brush, then we comb. Okay, there are several different brushes that they have. These are called slicker brushes. Okay, a lot of them are curved. I prefer the curved ones versus the straight ones. This is more of a straight one. This is a curved one. Okay, they come in various different sizes. So you can get them in this size. They come a little bigger. For the bigger dogs, the teeth may be a little bit longer. This one, the teeth are kind of straight. Because you brush the dog. You brush the dog. Okay, versus brush the dog, brush the dog. But in my next video, not only will I'm showing you the tools in this one, but in the next video I'm going to make, I'm going to show you how to use these tools. Having them is one thing, using them a proper way is another. Because also, I hear my customers tell me, oh, I brush the dog and she won't let me, and then I brush the dog and I don't have a problem with it. Well, that has to do with my skills in knowing how to handle the dog, knowing that your poochie can punk you. Yes, your poochie will punk you if they don't like it, okay? Because you have to know how to handle the dog and hold the dog accordingly where it won't be too much of a problem. And then you want to be able to brush the dog in a way that you know, you're not going to yank their hair or pull their hair, because some dogs, like humans, are tender-headed and they don't like it. Okay, so you have to be careful. You have to learn your dog. You have to learn all these little nuances to make sure that you can have a easy brushing experience or a normal brushing experience where the dog will actually like it. So again, there's also, I find this to be a very interesting tool. Now, this you may not necessarily find in the doggy section, okay? You may find this in the cat section, and the reason being, okay, it is a cat comb, okay? But the reason why I'm using this comb and I'm showing you this comb is because, see, in this one it had two different widths of teeth. This one has two different lengths of teeth. I use this because we find this in the dog grooming business. Some of my groomers in my area find these good because they have the two different lengths of teeth. In the longer teeth, with the longer teeth miss, the shorter teeth may pick up, particularly when you're combing the dog from the root. And as I said, in the next video, we're going to get into how to do that. Okay, so therefore, because the dogs that I mentioned, the high maintenance dogs, the poodles, the shih tzus, the yorkies, okay, or bichons, the dogs with all the hair, a lot of times they have an undercoat or a double coat. Even the big, you do have big dogs that have double coats too. Oh, and the all known Pomeranian, okay, that one has an undercoat that's, to me, always seems to give my people flux when I tell them, oh, your dog is matted. They say, oh, no, it's not. That's because people are brushing their dogs at the top or at the ends of the hair versus at the root of the hair. So again, that's for the next video. So again, we don't want your dog to have a bad hair day. So if your dog doesn't, to keep your dog from having a bad hair day, we need to brush, then comb. We need to brush, then comb. We need to brush, then comb, or comb. Be sure to get the right comb and brush for your dog. Brush your dog often. Keep in mind that the dog's hair, and plus you want your dog to look good anyway. Who don't want their poochie to look pretty? Okay? I want my poochie to look pretty. And then sometimes I like her to look a little roughhouse, like where, you know, where all her curls coming out, and because I got a poodle myself. So, but she has pretty decent hair, and I brush her pretty regularly. She hates to be brushed, okay? Don't like nobody messing with her nails or anything like that. So, for you people out there who want to save money, because I want to be like the honest groomer to come to you to tell you how to maintain your dog in between groomings. I will not be basically videotaping me grooming a dog. We have enough groomers out here on the internet that you guys can gladly go see. They're pretty good. I watch them myself to see what kind of techniques they use in reference to the ones that I use. If they're all the same, the different blades, but that's all industry stuff. Okay, be sure to find your friendly groomer in your location. Okay, and then once you do, you know, have a rapport, try to get a rapport with that groomer, you know, and then that groomer can help you to maintain your dog. If you have any questions, be sure to ask your groomer about the dog, and they will send you hopefully in the right directions, because groomers obviously care about dogs. They like them, so therefore they want the best for your dog. And I am truly, truly all about the dog. And I don't want your dog coming in my shop with a bad hair day when I know I'm going to have to charge you kind of up the wazoo, because things that I have to do to get your dog back right, because we have to deal with skin issues when the dog is not matted, and we have to make sure there's nothing crawling around or anything on the dog that shouldn't be on the dog that can hide in the hair that you don't really want to. So we have to clean it all up so the dog can be fresh and clean, and everything off the dog that can come with having too much hair, things hiding in the hair, little creatures that you have hiding in the hair. So with that being said, I would like you all to make sure that you demat, or not, I shouldn't say demat, comb your dog. Demat's a whole nother issue. Sorry about that. And then you will be in a better position. And why pay more when you can pay less? And by paying less, you simply gonna take care of your dog. And keep in mind that Miss June said we're gonna not have a bad hair day. I know young girls out there, I know we've all had bad hair days, okay, and I get it, okay, but we want our poochies to look good, okay, and to make your poochies look good, we got to start with their coat. Their coat is like their clothes. That's a whole nother thing. You can dress your dog up in clothes if you like, but as far as I'm talking about their coat, as far as their natural hair. So again, thanks for watching, and be sure to get the right tools for your dog to make sure your dog does not have a bad hair day. This is one of the most common combs that you can find in the store. The slicker brush. That's what it's called. The slicker brush. So if you go in your local pet shop and you need something for your new pet, if you're getting a new puppy, okay, or you know you don't realize from watching this video you just might have the wrong one, ask for a slicker brush and you can't go wrong, okay? So thanks again for watching, and I'll be with you. I think I'll be sending out videos, maybe about on a weekly basis, about maintaining your dog. My videos will be concerning maintaining. It'll be about safety, and it'll be about grooming. Okay, I'll be telling you some things to do, give you some tidbits and some bits of my experience, but I will not be actually videotaping grooming a dog, because it's just I kind of be in a whole different zone and keeping up with the camera angles and all that while I'm grooming. I'll let the groomers that's already out there do that. Okay? So again, brush your dog and make sure your dog does not have a bad hair day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? See you in the next video. Bye. Bye-bye. Woof, woof. Bye.